fans. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Columbus Explorers and the Chicago Blues. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Fields. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They run with Taylor. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Haskins on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right now.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and
another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
third and goal.
They'll try and run. Taylor. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. They're going on fourth down. Haskins. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Now a run with McFarland. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running with McFarland. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Ball carrier.
11 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
They go play action with Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. McFarland. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll run here with McFarland.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 41, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he fires one incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's McFarland. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson.
He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 7.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 53 from up. 50 from.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second and goal, Jackson, and it's caught. Touchdown.
Pass complete.
From 8 yards out, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19.
Ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 11 now, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
3rd down, here's Haskins. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
The tackle made at the
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Oh, Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Dwayne Haskins.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long.
Operating from the gun. Haskins eluding the pressure right. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
To try again after the sack. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Jackson.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this... This is about. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Explorers 17, Blues nothing. Chris Boswell set.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins, throw left side complete. That's Fields. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
3rd and 13.
Now Haskins to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He's got a first down past the 30 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. The give to Taylor. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Haskins. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back now here on EA Sports.
Blues, nothing.
As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Leonard Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Taken down.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
25-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll buy some time right to the goal line. line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Fourth down, here's Haskins. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. On first down, they'll start with McFarland. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
McFarland, the ball carrier.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
McFarland once more. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here's McFarland. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Fighting to stay upright. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Partner, there's less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They run with Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Watch it.
Now it's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Complete to.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Third and 2. Now Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down.